Folks, we're on a fast-paced tour of the New Bay Bridge today.
The new bridge is made up of 4 mega projects: the Oakland Touchdown, the Skyway, the self-anchored suspension span, and the Yerba Buena Island transition.
All right, so we're going to go inside the self-anchored suspension bridge. Since this piece was just placed, right now workers are bolting it together. All right, science fiction fans, this is where you're going to really geek out on this bridge. It looks like the inside of the Battlestar Galactica or something out of Star Wars. All of it's necessary to make sure the traffic, 280,000 vehicles, can go across the bridge every day. So we're just going to take a walk right through the heart of the self-anchored suspension bridge. That's completely created out of steel. All right, our next stop on this fast-paced tour is 525 feet in the air. We're going to go to the top of the self-anchored suspension bridge main tower. So take a moment to just walk with me and experience this. Look at these amazing views of the San Francisco Bay that exist on the top of this tower. There's no better place to talk about birthing of an icon. It takes teamwork to realize a project like this. Not just the designers and the contractors that are building it, but also the state and the region. Because this is going to be a gem that will live for 150 years and not only take people from one side of the bay to the other, but also be an inspiration point. The main tower of our self-anchored suspension bridge is the signature element for this entire project. It's 525 feet tall, making it about the same height as the towers on the western side of the bridge. Now, it was designed and built as 4 separate legs that are connected together with one of our innovations: shear link beams. And you can think of these link beams almost like fuses in your car. When electrical current surges in your car, it burns out a fuse without burning out the rest of your electrical system. But when a large-scale earthquake hits this bridge, those legs of that tower can move somewhat independent of each other, and it is those link beams that take the damage. And then after an earthquake is done, we can send teams in there that will unbolt those link beams and put new ones in, just like replacing a fuse. What we're looking at, the remaining gap in our self-anchored suspension bridge, is the space where the final 4 sections go into place. Sections 13 and sections 14 have both arrived and are being positioned now. You can see sections 13 East and 13 West, that have been loaded onto barges and are getting ready to be transported out to the construction site. The New Bay Bridge is designed to last 150 years, but how can you really tell how all of those different parts and something so complex will really last over a century? The answer to that is by testing it. And what we want to simulate is traffic patterns over a long period of time. So for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, until we have 500,000 passes, that's how you get over a century's life in a new bridge. Well, we are now on the eastbound portion of the new Skyway Bridge for the San Francisco-Oakland Bay Bridge structure, and we're about to go into the belly of the beast. The hum is electrical current. Right now, we've got a jumper that's feeding the bridge so that we have got electricity on the structure for workers. So there's a couple of things that we can see as we travel through the inside on our way down to the location where our hinge pipe beams are. We just walk through the span. As we duck underneath here, watch your head. You come to this location where you could literally access one of the columns holding up the bridge. Hold your ears. Big echo in here. So we're approaching the location where our hinge pipe beams are. And hinge pipe beams are one of the things that we've designed that are new on this bridge. Now, once you come through here, we'll literally be in an expansion joint about 80 feet above the bay. It's in basically one of the places of the bridge where 2 segments are coming together. Now, these were purposely put here to allow expansion and contraction every day, and then also when a large-scale earthquake hits, it allows the bridge to move and not take significant damage. We are headed on top of the Yerba Buena Island transition structure. This is basically the piece of bridge that takes us off the self-anchored suspension bridge and to the Yerba Buena Island tunnel. It's under construction right now. We're going inside a construction elevator on top of the false work where we're going to be pouring concrete to build the structure. So we're standing right now on what will be the westbound approach into San Francisco. When you're coming off our self-anchored suspension bridge. And right now our construction crews are building what's called the Yerba Buena Island transition structure. Basically, it takes traffic off of the self-anchored suspension bridge and places it into the Yerba Buena Island tunnel. And the work that's going on right now, all of this rebar you see coming up through this wood false work, is for the column that sits underneath the structure. It's basically what supports all of this. The wood is the framing for what we call our soffit, or the bottom part of the bridge. And so all of this rebar and steel is being placed right now, and there are a number of steel tendons that will be coming through different parts of this bridge, giving it structure. There's a tremendous amount of steel in our concrete bridges here in California. Well, there you have it, a whirlwind personal tour of the construction of the New Bay Bridge that few people have had an opportunity